You know how every year we get a new gadget that claims to change the game but usually just changes the price? This time, yeah, Samsung might actually have pulled off something genuinely wild. Because this isn't just another foldable. This is the Galaxy Z Trifold, a phone that doesn't fold once but twice, and turns into a 10-inch tablet that basically screams, "Your move, iPad." And honestly, I went into this with the same skepticism you probably have right now, and still walked away wanting one way more than I'm proud to admit. From the outside, the Trifold pretends to be a Fold 7. Same 6.5-inch cover screen, same overall silhouette. But the moment you pick it up, you'll know this isn't that. The thing is thick and heavy. 309 grams, nearly 50% heavier than Samsung's normal Fold. Fold it up, and absolutely nobody will mistake this for a standard phone. It's more like carrying two phones that have agreed to share custody of your pocket. Opening it is a whole choreography. You don't just unfold it, you unfold it, then unfold it again. Samsung clearly knew people would mess this up because the phone literally vibrates aggressively if you try to bend it in the wrong direction, like it's scolding you for being a danger to yourself. But they've added some subtle cues to help. The back panel is a hair longer, so your fingers naturally grab the right layer, and the center panel pops up just enough thanks to magnets, so you can easily pull it open. After about 20 minutes of fumbling, it becomes second nature. Then the moment it fully opens, the whole thing snaps flat with zero wobble. And at just 3.9 millimeters at its thinnest point, it becomes Samsung's slimmest device ever. It feels surprisingly solid for something that has more moving parts than a transformer. But of course, nothing with this many hinges gets away without a few quirks. Yes, the creases are here. And yes, there are two of them now. And no, you're not going to unsee them when light hits the screen. The weight distribution is also questionable. Tap the phone when it's closed on a flat surface and it thunks around like you're poking a doorstop. It gets a bit better when unfolded, but the included case is really the only way to calm it down. What really concerns me, though, is durability. The outer display is fine. Gorilla Glass ceramic shield will handle life. But the inner screen is still that delicate, soft, unreplaceable unless you send it in Samsung protector. Spec-wise, Samsung didn't exactly go wild. You get the Snapdragon 8 Elite, powerful but not the latest Gen 5 chip that some other phones are already shipping with. 16 GB RAM standard, 512 GB storage, all good. The cameras are a straight copy from the Fold 7. Great 200 megapixel main, but a pretty average 10 megapixel 3x zoom, and a decent 12 megapixel ultra-wide. The fun tricks like showing the preview to your subject or using the main camera for selfies are still here, but the Trifold form factor doesn't really add anything new for photography. Battery life, though, that got some attention. 5,600 mAh across 3 separate cells and 45 watts wired charging. Wireless at 15 watts. IP48 water and dust resistance. Not flagship level, but solid for a device that opens like origami. But all of this, the weight, the quirks, the creases, it's all forgiven the moment you open a full-screen app on that massive 10-inch display. This isn't just a Fold experience scaled up. Apps actually transform. Samsung's had over a decade of making tablets this size, and it shows. Huawei tried a Trifold first, but Samsung's approach feels more polished. Huawei used one giant folding screen, but that meant leaving sections exposed when folded. Samsung deliberately chose a separate outer display so the inner, flexible one stays protected. Yes, it adds weight, but after seeing how soft this screen is, I get why they did it. If I had to point to a weakness for the display, it's brightness. 1,600 nits peak isn't bad, but it's notably lower than the Fold 7's 2,600 nits. Indoors, you'll never notice. Outdoors, a little. And then we get to the part that hurts. Price. The Korean pricing converts to roughly $2,400. Considering the Fold 7 was far cheaper in Korea than in the US, I wouldn't be shocked if this hits around $3,000 when it launches in the US. But here's the twist. This doesn't feel like a first-gen experiment. Samsung's been refining foldables for years. They've been refining tablets for even longer. And when the two worlds collide, you get something that feels oddly complete from day one. It's still a niche device, still delicate, still expensive, but it's also easily the most ambitious and the most finished foldable Samsung has ever made. If this is where foldables are going, I'm genuinely excited to see what comes next. So what's your take on this? Do you like this trifold? Share it down below in the comments section, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, take care.